All right, welcome back, and this is how you launch your application load balancer. Right now, I have two EC2 instances working. I have the demo public server 1 and demo public server 2. Let me make sure that they're running. Server 1, okay, let's copy the IP address, paste it on the browser and see if it's running. That is running. And what about number 2? Server number 2, copy IP address. Let's go to browser. It is running as well. Now let's launch our load balancer. For that, you stay here in the same EC2 dashboard. First, we have to create, before we do the load balancer, we have to create a target group. Basically, that's the group of EC2 instances that'll be behind this load balancer. Click on create target group and choose a target type. That's going to be instances. You have to give it a name here, demo target group. And the protocol will be HTTP port 80 open. The VPC I'm using is the demo VPC. Protocol version will be the same. I'll keep this as a default. Here you have to make a change. Well, the health check protocol will be HTTP. That's the protocol we're using. But the health check path is that path that I mentioned in the bash script that I used while launching the EC2 instance. Remember, that was index.html, right? Then click on next, and you select all the instances that will be part of this target group. Click on include as pending below, and just then click on create target group. So the target group is created. You can see it here. Now we can go to the load balancers. Here we click on the create load balancer. What is this? Let me get rid of this. Okay, create a load balancer here. How can I get rid of this? Okay, there you go. Create a load balancer, and you have a couple of options here. You have the application load balancer, network load balancer. In this case, we're going to use the application load balancer. Click on create. Give it a name. That'll be demo ALB, application load balancer. That'll be internet facing, so I'll keep that as default. IP address type will be IPv4, and that'll stay like that. I'm going to use the demo VPC for this. And I have the EC2 instances launched into different availability zones. I have the public server 1 in the US East 1A, okay? That's where the subnet is. And the server 2 is in the US East 1B, and that's the idea, right? So you have highly available systems. But anyways, I'm not using the US East 1C, even though I have a subnet in there. That subnet will be used for the private EC2 instance where I'm going to install MySQL. Now, the security group that I'm going to use for this will be the same demo public security group. And here we don't have to do anything else. We have to, well, we keep the HTTP protocol, which is the one we're using, port 80, of course. And then you select the target group that we just created. Click on that, and that's all we have to do. Nothing else. Everything here is optional. So just create load balancer. This will take a little bit. If I go view load balancer, that's in provisioning state right now. Okay, load balancer is active already, so that is working. Let's copy this DNS address. Oh, I have it already here. Click on that, and boom, that's how it works. Now the load balancer is sending traffic to both of the web servers that I have, those EC2 instances. So this is good because whenever one of your EC2 instances goes down, this load balancer will send traffic, will check the health of the EC2 instance before sending traffic to it. So right now, both of the EC2 instances are working correctly. But what about if I bring this down, terminate this instance? What happens to the load balancer? We keep hitting here. And of course, it won't send traffic to the server number 2 because it checks the health of that EC2 instance before sending traffic to it. So since server number 2 is down, it will only send traffic to server number 1. And that's it for now. Next, I'll show you how to SSH into an EC2 instance, both public or private EC2 instances.